Hello. Working from home. Working on some content. I'm actually having a really productive day. It's one of the most productive days I've had in a while, even though I still got this cough. It's been productive because I've had energy and I didn't wake up groggy and with the brain fog. So that has helped a lot. And so it's noon and I am moving into the second part of my day. So I figured I would go live. So we are live and I can answer questions on marketing. I can answer questions on building a business online, affiliate marketing, content creation, user-generated content. So ask away, and I am going to keep on working. Hello, everyone who is popping on. My name is Sarah Hamilton. I have over 30 years of sales, marketing, and leadership experience. I love marketing. It is just a part of my DNA. I have built a successful brand online, Haute Chocolat Lifestyles. It is a lifestyle brand, very strong on personal branding, social media marketing, content marketing, digital marketing. I've built email lists for myself and clients, online integrated systems where they can turn complete strangers into followers and then into buyers. So that is my specialty. And like I said, I love it. I've been doing it for a really long time and I don't see myself doing anything differently. So come on in, say hello. And I'm talking to you and lost focus of what I'm doing. So I need to get back focused. That's the other part of why I've been able to be really productive today is I've had a lot of focus. So I am looking at my content plan for the next few days, making sure I've got everything, all my ducks in a row, and filling in any gaps, making any changes, and yeah, just working on content. Come on in, tell me, what do you do? I want to learn about you, where you're from, what do you do? Or have you started marketing anything online? It's something I encourage everybody to do, is you need to have something going online, especially when everybody's making memes about eggs and the price of eggs, right? So having, products and services that you can sell online can literally change your life. It can seriously change your life and really quickly. So it's something I definitely encourage people to look into because you never know what can happen. You never know. You walk in one day or you go to swipe in at work, and this happened to a friend recently. Worked at Google and he went to log in and couldn't log in. And that's how he found out that he'd been displaced. So, excuse me, like I said, I have this cough. It's actually getting better. I should actually put a cough drop in. So, having something that it's always good to have a plan B. One of the easiest ways to get started online is, because what you're going to sell online is a couple different things. You're going to sell your own products, your own knowledge, your own expertise, or you're going to sell other people's products or other people's, services and collect an affiliate commission, right? And so the way I like to explain it to people is, there's what I call today money, and then there's a little bit still short term, but longer term to money than right now. So if you need money like right now, today, you're either going to do that with selling your own products or services like coaching, digital courses, ebooks, or you are going to be an affiliate of something that is going to pay you a commission immediately like today. And unfortunately, most affiliate programs will not pay you today for a lot of reasons, right? Most affiliate programs will not pay you until 60, 90 days later, okay? the 99.9999% of affiliate programs will not pay you. So if you sell something right now, this minute, you will not get paid in the next 12 to 24 hours. You will get paid usually 60 to 90 days later, sometimes as much as 6 months, right? Sometimes what happens is you forgot that they even owed you money, and then you get a direct deposit. It's like, oh, where did that come from? And then you remember, oh yeah, they owed me money, right? Now that's a good problem to have. Don't get me wrong, I ain't complaining. But a lot of the people that end up in my inbox looking for help, they are looking for money today or money like yesterday. They're looking to avoid eviction. They're looking to get gas money to even be able to Uber to get more to get to a job, right? They're looking for short-term, immediate cash. And if they had money to pay the payday loan sharks and things like that, that would be a different story. But many are looking for money right now today. And so the best program that I know of is a program where you can get paid today, twice. You get paid twice a day, daily commissions, okay? Daily commissions for selling other people's products, but these are products that are going to change other people's lives, right? And then, like I said, the other option, and I do some of all of it, right? The other option is to sell your own ebooks, to sell your own courses, to sell coaching. I sell a lot of VIP days. I prefer to work with someone who has one-on-one with someone who has a little bit more money and has a little bit more invested to make sure that they are going to actually do the work and get results. And so what we do is we schedule a half day where, you know, we sit down and we say, okay, we're going to get your email marketing going. Or we say, okay, we're going to go ahead and map out your content plan and strategy, right? And we're going to take 4 to 6 hours, and this is how much it costs to do that. In order to confirm that on my schedule, here's the link to pay, and then you are confirmed once I receive payment, right? The other thing is that for people who can't afford, say, that half-day VIP session, what their option is I have a bunch of recorded trainings, courses, workshops, PDFs, ebooks that I can refer them to, or even to someone else's program where I may or may not get an affiliate commission off of if they buy, right? But if I needed money today, that's what I would do, is I would look at, okay, what products do I have on hand that I can sell, right? I don't tend to really like to keep inventory because I just don't like to do that. I prefer to have things drop shipped. I prefer an e-commerce enabled website that will drop ship for me, and this affiliate program that will pay you commissions twice a day, every 12 hours for what you sell does that for me. They keep the inventory, they ship the product, they take care of the customer service. I do what I do best, which is create content. And that's what brings me joy. That's what comes from ease and flow for me, is to create the content and nurture the relationship and build that trust, like factor with the audience, with the person engaging with and consuming my content. And that's my wheelhouse. That's what I like to get out of bed and do every day. And they handle all the rest. And I get, like I said, today money. Is it the biggest amount of money? Is it am I going to make $10 million today? No, but there's not a lot of things that you're going to pick up and make $10 million today. Anyway, that usually comes from years and years of work, right? And so there's a lot of moving pieces to making income online. And when you are working and selling a product for someone else, for example, hey, you're going to get that commission. It's not going to be the biggest commission. It's going to be commission, like I said, that's going to take care of things like diapers, take care of things like gas. But then you can also, the more you sell, the bigger your commission. And then that bigger commission is paid on a monthly commission check, right? And so the other piece of it is, as you are building your customer base, what happens is those customers start looking and say, oh, I think I might want to do what it is that you do. And so then you're coaching and mentoring them and plugging them into the system. And so because you're coaching, developing, and helping them, because remember, collaborative efforts are the most profitable out there, you are going to earn a commission from working with them, from helping them on what they sell and their customers and anyone who wants to work with them. But it's not mandatory. It's not everybody's wheelhouse. But I will tell you, if you sell a reasonable amount of product, people are naturally going to come to you and look at you for that information. Dark Horse 42020 says, very interesting. It is. It is really, really interesting. It can be a lot of fun. It can be very rewarding, especially because of the system that you get to plug into, right? So what happens is you probably have never sold anything online before, right? Or if you have, a lot of people have done it unsuccessfully. And the number one reason I think most people are unsuccessful initially is because you don't know what you're doing. I was one of them, and I have over 30 years of sales and marketing experience. I came into this with over 20 years of sales marketing experience, but I had not done it online, right? To age myself, when I got my undergraduate degree, Facebook wasn't a thing. YouTube wasn't a thing. Instagram wasn't a thing. Google wasn't even a thing. I first saw Google when I was sitting in the first night's class for my master's degree, right? So I had to learn to take that foundation that I already had and apply it online, and some things to do online, like lead generation, how to generate leads, how to, keep up with those leads, right? And that's what this system will show you. And it comes with, your business that you start, your side hustle that you start when you plug into this program for daily commissions twice a day. Someone else said something. I saw another comment here. Where did it go? I think it got away from me. I saw something. Oh, paid daily and monthly bonuses is amazing. It is. It can be very encouraging, right? And it can literally be the money that can make a difference. And as you get better at it, you attract more people to you. And the more people you attract to you, the more people who, like I said, are going to want to join you. Because we're going to show you how to do it without being spammy. We're going to show you how to do it where people want you. They want what you have. The number one thing I sell online is myself. It's so true. I am the brand, and people want to work with me. They want me. It doesn't matter what company I'm representing. It doesn't matter what product. When people come to me, they are coming to me because the first thing they want is me. They believe that I can help them, right? And the best way that I can help them is with this system. This system is the best. It is the system that I have been looking for years. I've been looking for something just like this, because there are a lot of companies out there that tell you, oh, you'll be in business for yourself but not by yourself. But you got to drag people to hotel meetings. You got to drag people to monthly trainings. You got to drag people to quarterly trainings. You got to drag people. You got to drag people. You got to drag people. You got to talk to everybody who's within 3 feet of you. And that makes a lot of people uncomfortable, and rightly so. Rightly so. That's kind of weird, right? Whereas me, I'm here working, and I just hopped on live and started talking to you, right? And so I look at it as like the future really is people working from home, doing and living their life, doing the things that they were already doing, right? And sharing the products that they use and like. I'm a full-time manager at my job, and I get paid the highest in my position in my franchise. That is awesome. That is fantastic. I remember I was in that same position over 10 years ago. And not to discourage you, you struggle on the daily. What do you struggle with daily? Because I remember it was a struggle, because I always felt, number one, like I had an X on my back. I struggled to keep up with myself, and always had this fear of what if, I can't outperform, because that's what they always want. You got to outperform, you got to outperform, you got to outperform. Daily needs. Tell me more about that. What kind of daily needs? What are some of the daily needs? And if you want, let me back up. I don't want you to have to put all your business out here where everybody can see it. We can always chat. I'm on Instagram. My Instagram link is in my bio. You can always hit me up there. And or even comment on one of my videos where I can find you and we can chat. And you can also DM me on Facebook. Girl, let me tell you, because I earned 6 figures and I was a single mom. And even though I got paid well, it just, for some reason, never seemed enough. And I admit some of that was probably money management, but they also do that to you. They keep you working and pay you just enough to keep you coming back. They literally pay you just enough to keep you coming back. They don't want to pay you too much because you might not want to show up for work, right? So I totally relate to that. And so many of my friends are still on that rat race today. And hey, I'm not knocking it. If the only reason I still don't do it is because I woke up, because it nearly killed me. It literally nearly killed me. And I saw even though it was manufacturing, where mine was more corporate blue collar, my grandfather, built tractors for an entire career. And when he died, first they told him when he retired, he'd never have to pay for health insurance. And then he had to pay for health insurance. And then when he died, his life insurance policy was, a measly fraction of what it originally was worth. And it was because he lived too long, right? And so much of the odds are stacked against us. And I see people who, especially men, who work 40, 50 years and then they retire. And they're the most miserable and grumpy people because they realize that they've been bamboozled, right? Food, gas. I eat at work 6 days a week and pizza gets old and I drive in an hour. Girl, we need to talk. You definitely need to hit me up on Instagram. We need to talk. You are seriously living the same life I was living 10 years ago with 2 kids at home, 2 teens at that, right? I 100% have been there. I totally understand, what your life could be like. Only you truly understand because you're living it. But I've walked a very similar journey. And that is, like I said, it nearly killed me. My blood pressure, my weight, my mental health, my emotional and mental health was the biggest toll. And that impacted everything else. I'm so sorry that you're going through that. I totally understand and get it. My family thought I was crazy. I'm not suggesting doing what I did, which is just quit and then go completely online. I always suggest that people build online while they're working. Build that part-time income first, build that part-time income to full-time. My kids are out of the house with families of their own, just me and my 2 cats. Yeah, that's where I am now. It's just me. No cats, but just me. My grandbabies are here every now and then, at least weekly for a day or 2. They come visit with me. I moved to be closer to them because I felt like I missed so much of my own kids because I was working. I was chasing that carrot, and every time I got closer to that carrot, they moved it, right? Every time I thought, okay, this is it. I'm going to get that promotion. I'm going to get that raise. And they would only give me, usually around this time of year, only give me enough of a raise to keep coming back. It was never the raise that I was worth. It was never, because I was salaried, which is a trap. So they would, you'd work all these hours and it was just horrible, right? The kitties are the only ones with food in the home. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you need Today Money, girl. You need to hit me up. You need to hit me up. We need to get you plugged into the system. Make sure you follow me here on TikTok and message me. I definitely would love to chat with you. I can't make you any promises. I can't make any income claims. But regardless of whether you choose, this opportunity and work with me or someone else, I support you. And I just, like to stay in communication with you because I definitely relate to that story. That's when my insomnia started. The insomnia and, practically near mental breakdown from dealing with all of the pressure. And it was a toxic work environment on top of that. It was just a horrible time in my life, right? It was just a horrible time in my life. And I can't sit here and tell you that, building an income online is going to solve all the problems in your life. But I think what it does is it gives you the money, it gives you the resources, it gives you a different outlook, it gives you the tools, because a whole lot of it is personal development. And it sounds like your job was very much like mine, where it literally was sucking my soul. It was killing me slowly from the inside out. And I had to say that to family members for them to finally get it, because, I was the first person in my family to get the 4-year college degree. And then I got the master's degree. Even though I turned 18 one Tuesday, I had a baby the next, right? And so I was the first person to get that. And I actually just did a TikTok about this a few days ago about how I've always felt until recently that it was all on me. The entire world, the entire pressure was on me to break those generational curses and change the trajectory of my family, right? And what I learned was the best thing to do was to heal me from the inside out, right? And so that's the meditating, that's the personal development. Also, you know, the work environment, what I'm eating, working out, and having more balance and more self-care. You would have left already if it wasn't for your employees. And okay, so you definitely sound like me. And one thing you want to consider is, would those employees stay for you? And I'm sure some would, but at the end of the day, if they're meant to be in your life, they're going to be in your life regardless. Because there are people, a lot of the people that I worked with, the employees that I had, we still maintain relationship to this day. When they need me, they know that I am there. I will do references for them. I support them. They've supported me. And that continues well beyond the workplace, right? So you have to do what's best for you, your health, and your life. And again, I'm not telling you to just quit. That, especially in this economy, that would be foolish and reckless of me. I would never tell you to do that. But what I would suggest is you start creating income online. Okay? Start creating income online. Start doing your own thing. You have, my daughter, my youngest daughter, who's really, really smart. Both of my girls are really smart. And she's the one, she likes to work in a factory. She likes to work with her hands. Okay. And it's like, okay, that's fine. But I still need you to work on something, generate income outside of your job. Because especially when you work in a factory, and there are blue collar jobs like this as well. When you work in that job, is that skill transferable? Is that something you can do without having to work for anyone else, right? And if the answer is no, you need to develop something that generates income without you having to work for someone else, that you have more control over and gives you more option, and also your backup plan. The riskiest place to be, especially right now, is one stream of income. That's why we are all still there, because we have the best store in the franchise. That's awesome. That's a lot of work. I know, because I worked in a similar environment. It wasn't a franchise, but it was very much like a franchise. I ran big banking centers for a well-known banking organization. So I totally get it. And it takes a lot of work, because you do have to have a really good and solid team. And getting that really good and solid team takes leadership. And here's what I can tell you. A lot of what I do is very similar to what you're doing right now. And that's what I learned. I saw that right away, especially if you're on any type of bonus or commission structure. It's literally the same thing. It just looks different, might sound a little different, meaning different terminologies. But your store, you're really getting paid off of the efficiency of your employees, how they perform in leading and developing them. And that's the same thing that I do. Our store has no drama, and have fun and get things done. Yeah, you'd probably be pretty good at this. You don't know until you try. And the great thing is running a franchise and owning a franchise, at least $100,000. Some of the cheaper ones back in the day you could get into for $40,000, $50,000 a year. We're not even talking thousands of dollars here. So to be a leader with no drama is something a lot of people need to learn to do, and sounds like you haven't mastered. So that is really good. That is really excellent on your part, because working with people is not always the easiest thing. Leading people is not, it's kind of like, I remember days I felt like I had kids at home and I had kids at work, and I needed a break from both. It's like I was babysitting almost and taking care of my kids at work, and then I had to come home. And certified welder, okay, yeah. You go, girl. You are killing it. You are killing it. But you also need to enjoy you. You need to enjoy your life, and you got to create the space to do that. And, the days of like my grandfather, working somewhere for 40, 50 years, it's rare these days, right? You never know. You know, I've seen a lot of people get displaced because they were the highest paid person, and that made them the most expendable. And so they end up getting ditched to find someone cheaper, or the job split between multiple people. So, you know, just all things to think about. So painting and crafting comes in. Awesome. Creativity is like a huge anti-anxiety. I remember when I read Brene Brown like 10 years ago, she talked about that. Painting and not painting, but creativity is a huge anti-anxiety, because you're creating something. And I think it's an innate human thing to want to create. So I think I'm gonna go, because I'm not that much of a talker. And I'm not getting a lot of work done because I'm talking. But you know, when it comes to content planning, your content is gonna be a way to attract people to you. Even me coming into this about 10 years ago, 10 years in April, with over 20 years of sales, marketing, and leadership experience, I had to learn it wasn't a TV commercial, right? It wasn't TV advertising, radio advertising, or even newspaper advertising, right? And so you don't want to be spammy. You want to provide value. You want to be a resource. You want to show yourself trustworthy and a part of the organic the organic news feed. I build things with my trade and sale. That's awesome. That is really awesome. You know, some of my creativity has been, I used to do faces, but a lot of my creativity is around my content. So that's where a lot of my creative juices flow these days, is into creating content. It's my favorite way to create. And, you know, it sounds like you have a servant's heart too, where you like to serve. And so that's what a lot of my content is about, is serving. But, you know, different strokes for different folks, and whatever works for you is what works for you. And that's great. So yeah, content. I like to create content. You will message me. Oh, awesome. I would definitely love to tell you more as well. So working on content, getting content to attract people to me, like this video is content, and boom, you know, somebody wants to talk to me. That's great. But it's not like, oh my God, you got to pay me to talk to me. It's like, hey, I'm here to serve, right? I'm here to answer questions, and whatever you choose to do is on you. And either way, you got a friend in Tamara. Whatever way I can support and help is what I do, you know? And so you want to create content that people are looking for. And I like to create content that helps people make decisions, right? But, you know, the great thing is that TikTok has taught us that we want our content to also educate, not only educate, but entertain. I am in Wisconsin. Been here my whole life. Every time I try to get up, they pull me back in. It's not too cold here today, though. Where are you located? Tennessee? You're like the second person I've talked to from Tennessee today. Tennessee must be magnetized to me right now. I like Nashville. I've been in Nashville a few times. That's about the only place in Tennessee. No, wherever Tennessee State University is. Knoxville, you are the second person from Knoxville that I've talked to today. Now that is weird. The second person. I talked to someone from Instagram today who's from Knoxville. She is a salon owner and hairstylist. Wow, that is crazy. Crazy. Knoxville. And one of my good friends, she has a big following here over on TikTok, and she's been a marketing client of mine for years. Helped her grow her following, and you know, she's doing big things now, right? She's got this big retreat that she does, and it's because of a lot of marketing and things that we've worked together on, and she's doing well, and she's won like awards because she's also a makeup artist. I come from the world of beauty. We are all struggling here, yeah, I'm sure. So let's definitely talk. Let's talk and see what we can come up with for you, and how we can help and even get you started if that's what's right for you. I am starting to sweat, and I've been going for a little while here. I am gonna go, and I appreciate you watching and talking to me. This is like the first TikTok, I think, where someone has talked. I think people have been talking to me before and I couldn't see it, but I finally did what it said, where it says swipe to see comments, and that's what I did so I can see them, because on the other page they're too little. And so now I learned something today. Okay, you have a great day too, and make sure you because I won't have a way of knowing who you are after I end this. So here, I'm going to take a screenshot just so I know. Okay, so make sure to reach out to me. You can DM me over here on TikTok, as well as find me over on Instagram. It's my first name, last name, and it's all in my bio. Or like I said, message me on TikTok and we will definitely talk. Have a great day. I will talk to you later. Bye. Thank you for the hearts.